Now that you've found a grant to apply to, I want to cover some basics on the application process. Upon doing grant research, you might come across the phrase SMART objectives. SMART objectives create a foundation for a great grant proposal. This will provide a way for you to think about your project and how to lay it out into a proposal for grant funding. Let's start by what we mean by SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break these down and go over each one as they pertain to grant writing. Specific. It's important to be specific about your project. You want clear and concise goals. Don't assume that the granting organization knows what you're talking about, and don't be vague on what your project is and what you're aiming to accomplish. Measurable. There needs to be a way to assess the outcomes for your targeted group. There are multiple ways to do this. This can be done by the number of participants, by a grading rubric that is put into place once you introduce the proposed project. There can even be a form of feedback that is measured. You need to think about the impact your project is going to have and how you will measure that impact. Achievable. The outcomes of your project need to be accomplishable. You may have hefty goals in mind that have a large impact, which is terrific as long as you have the right tools available to you to accomplish them. Don't get carried away and promise more than you can handle. Small, achievable projects can have a big impact too. Relevant. It may help to ask, is this project needed among my targeted group? Is there an issue affecting them that this project has the potential to resolve? If you can answer yes, then you're on the right track. Just make sure you can explain the need in your applications and how your specific project addresses that need for your targeted group. And finally, we have time-bound. Most grant periods are 1 year, and most grantors will ask what you aim to accomplish within that time frame. Not only do you need to lay out your goals, but also have a deadline in mind for those goals. As you think about your project, it's a good idea to lay it out with these objectives in mind. Once you can think of it in terms of being smart, it gives you a roadmap to follow as you explain your project to potential funders and fulfills the information requirements that these funders will be looking for as they go over your application.